Good evening and welcome to the Ford Fieldhouse here on the campus of Grand Rapids Community College. We're so excited to be joining you tonight for this conference matchup between your Grand Rapids Community College Raiders and the visiting Lansing Community College Stars in what is the last conference match of the season for both teams. Raiders here gearing up for the postseason. And this will end it for the Stars. You'll notice that both teams are sporting pink jerseys. It is a cancer awareness night that will bring, after the second set, a fundraiser. But before we get to all that, we'll go ahead and start with the serve of number 5, Anna Porritt, for the Stars to get things going. Holsinger quick out of the middle, kept alive, sent over, but that's not going to go. So first point will go to Annie Holsinger. Holsinger just recorded her 800th kill, so she is well over that now in her career. She's a little bit different as she has had 3 years here at GRCC with the COVID year. Zari Kruger with the serve. They go back to Sabic and try Holsinger up in the middle. She is blocked. Put up by Ferry. Gower is going to get that outside to Torres. Torres goes cross court. And now roll shot. Egate out of the back row, but that's going to go long. I'm sorry, that was Hecht out of the back row. That went long, so point for the Stars. And back to serve for them will be number 9, Olivia Sabic, the freshman from Hazlet, Michigan.
Miller returns. Sabic to serve.
The Raiders do come into this match ranked 6th overall in the latest NJCAA Division II poll. Holsinger on the right side. Sabic, that one's not going to go, so point for the Raiders. The Raiders are so far 13-0 in conference play. A win tonight would have them with a perfect conference record. Torres with the serve. Passed it by Castor. And blocked, but out of bounds, so give the kill to number 3, Brady. And into the match we have number 7, Ellery Petrulski, the freshman from Belding, back to serve. Passed it by Torres, going to go back to Holsinger on the right side. Holsinger is going to get a hand and out of bounds, so another kill for Holsinger. And now back to serve for the Raiders, number 2, that is Audrey Gower, the freshman from Diamondale, Michigan. She attended Holt. Back to serve. And go in the middle to Castor. Let's try back row. Torres. Quick swing on the right side by Rady. Now Hecht on the outside. Nowak here setting out of the back row. And the kill gives that to Torres. Now the Raiders have played with a couple different lineups. Going with tonight having Nowak set. They've also had Nowak at libero. And quick kill in the middle by number 4, Castor. And into the match for the Stars is Koenig, and back to serve is Rady. Rady is a freshman from Saginaw, attended Swan Valley. Passed it by Torres, going to get it outside to Hecht, who goes down the line. Free ball opportunity now for the Raiders, tough free ball, kept alive by Thielen. And nice cut shot there by Hecht. That set brought her way inside. She was able to cut back over her shoulder and tag that sideline. And now back to serve number 11, Ola Nowak, the freshman from Granville, Michigan, back to serve. We're going to try right side Miller. She is blocked by Thielen. Nice pickup by Gower. And try back row. Great leading set there by Nowak. Torres with the kill. Nowak did a great job of leading the hitter out of the back row. She set that about the 8-foot line. So she was able to take off from behind the 10-foot line, make contact, and land forward. So many times you see out of the back row having to backpedal, they're taking momentum away. And that's going to go out of bounds. Nowak will follow that one all the way out. So Raiders out to a quick lead here, 7-3 in set one. This is typical conference setup, best 3 out of 5, games to 25, must win by 2. Passed up there by Whiteman. Nice dig by Torres. Great up by Petrulski. Free ball opportunity for the Raiders. Nowak's going to get it to Thielen. Thielen is blocked, kept alive. Hecht takes a swing and it's going to go down. Last time these two teams met up was September 28th, and the Raiders swept the Stars in 3 sets. Nowak continues to serve. Can get it outside to Koenig. And finding the court there was Thielen. Smart heads-up play from her. And Nowak will continue to serve. She just hit a career milestone of over 300 digs this season. And kill on the right side by number 8, Abigail Miller. And now back to serve number 1, Caitlin Whiteman, a sophomore from Holt who attended Holt High School. Passed up by Hecht. Roll shot over by Thielen. Sabek. Picked up by Torres. Going to get it back to Ferry, but that one's not going to go. Point for the Stars. Stars are 13 and 15 overall and 7 and 6 in conference play. They're sitting about towards the middle bottom of the conference. Great hustle there by Nowak. Hecht with the big swing out of the middle. That's where Grand Rapids really shines. Out of system, just throwing the ball up. Hitters have great knowledge of where to put the ball, showing one thing with their arm swing, and then cutting it a different direction. And Sabek sends that over. Outside to Torres. Torres goes high. That goes just out of bounds, looking for a touch, and the line judge near side will see the touch. So it will be a point for the Raiders. These two teams have met up 16 times since the 2012 season. That's where GRCC won the Division II National Championship. Hecht out of the back row with the roll. Gower with the dig. Nowak with the side set. Thielen tipping. Sadak sends that over. Gonna get it up to Ferry. Ferry goes cross court. And hitting error there will give the point to the Raiders. Great defensive gritty there. Looks like we're gonna have a timeout at the scores table. Possibly need to clear some things up with the book. And now back to serve is number 4, Kara Hecht, the freshman from Zeeland, Michigan. Question of a second contact. Yes, indeed, we will get the double contact. Not much she could do there, kind of just came right at her head. And the Stars are going to take a timeout as they trail 5-13 here in set 1. We'll step aside as well. This is GRCC Sports Network's presentation of women's volleyball. We're back here. Raiders off to a hot start here, up 13-5 in set 1. Like I mentioned earlier, it is Cancer Awareness Night, Pink Out. All proceeds tonight will go to Gilda Club of Grand Rapids. You'll see after the second set there'll be a chance for people in the crowd to donate. Raiders' way of giving back to the community. And now back to serve number 4, Kara Hecht. Good serve from her. Go out to Sabek, and she will tool the block and come away with the kill. And now back to serve for Lansing is number 4, Castor. Castor, sophomore from Hazlet, Michigan. Castor leads the team in kills with 350. Passed up by Gower. Going to get it back to Ferry. Ferry's going to roll it over. Almost went down. Gower with the run through. Out to Torres. Torres goes deep. Dug up by Whiteman. And going to have a net violation called on the Raiders. Point for the Stars. Castor's definitely a player the Raiders need to keep an eye on as she also leads the team in blocks. Going to get it back to Torres. And now we're going to have a net violation going the other way, so trading points here. That will put Holsinger back into the front row. Holsinger, like I mentioned earlier, hit 800 kills. She has 275 so far this season. And back to serve number 7, Charlie Baker, the freshman from Whitehall. And now a down ball for the Raiders. Get in the middle to Holsinger. She's blocked. Picked up by Baker. Outside to Torres. Torres high hands. This time he's going to take the setter out. Torres goes cross court. And swinging outside, so point for the Raiders. There. Miller, I'm sorry, that was Sabek, had a one-on-one opportunity as the Raiders wanted to honor the tight pass, unable to capitalize. And now the ace for Baker. And Baker will continue to serve. Big block there by Holsinger and Torres. We hope you can join us on Saturday for what will be the conference championship. The Raiders have already punched their ticket for it. Now just looking for the perfect season. That would cap it all out here with a win tonight. Hitting through the block, but great up there by Hecht. Dug up by Whiteman. Say that goes deep. No touch there, out of bounds. Looks like the Raiders will take on Mott Community College on Saturday at 1 o'clock. Raiders will host, so it'll be here in the Ford Fieldhouse. And try Holsinger behind. Good dig there by Castor. Dug up by Baker. Holsinger's going to send that over with force. And that's going to go down. Holsinger is such a presence up in the net, bringing a lot of aggression, not afraid just to go up and take a big swing. And Stars going to take another timeout here as they trail 7-19 here in set 1. This is GRCC Sports Network's presentation of women's volleyball. We're back here out of the timeout with Baker back serving. Raiders with a commanding lead. And looks like we have a player who was getting taped up or needed some sort of help from the athletic trainer. She is back. Had a little bit extra time on the clock too. And now Baker serves. Passed up by Castor. Batted around. Almost kept alive there by the Raiders, but kill for number 12, Burt. Lorelei Burt with the kill.
And for return, she will serve.
And in for the Stars, number 5, Anna Porritt. The freshman from Hazlitt will serve. Passed up there by Hecht. And then that's outside the antenna, it looks like, so point for the Stars. In the latest poll, the Raiders are ranked number 6. They've had 11 consecutive seasons being ranked in the top 10. Will be a force in Division II Community College. Quick kill there from Holsinger. Now back to serve is Kruger. Chipwell leading the Raiders here in his 15th season. He just celebrated his 400th win, career win as a coach. Stay back on the outside. Block is there, and it's going to fall there for Holsinger, who combined with Nowak. And now back to serve is Kruger, a freshman from Lake Odessa. She attended Lakewood High School. Swing from Rady. Torres' block, going to take another crack at it. This time going down the line, and it's a winner. Great shot there from Torres. Great to see she got blocked, good coverage, able to get a good transition and keep it alive. Swing by Koenig. Outside to Sabic. Torres, tough shot, gotta go cross court with that. And that's going to go out of bounds. A point for the Raiders. Good volley there, back and forth. Raiders, though, showing a little bit too much to handle here so far in the first set, though, having their way with their offense. Great swing there by number 9, Sabek. Says, not so soon.
Miller returns. Sabek returns.
Coach of the Stars is Emily Quintero in her 9th year. Sabek with the serve. Passed up by Hecht. Outside to Torres. Gets a piece of the block, but kept alive. Now Miller takes the swing. Passed up by Hecht. Going to get it to Holsinger in the middle. Tooling the block. Kept alive. Miller again with the swing. Gower with the dig. Nowak sends that over. We're going to have a net violation to cut that volley short. That was a great dig there by, I believe that was Rady, just stepping up at about the 10-foot line to pass up that swing from Holsinger. And Sabak with the serve. Passed up by Hecht. Outside to Torres. Torres down the line. Big swing out of the back row from Castor. Free ball opportunity now for the Stars. Side to Miller. Miller's blocked, and that's going to go down. Nowak there with that block. We are now looking at set point here. Raiders 24-11. And Torres is back to serve. Trying to tell if there was an issue with the floor or not. Checking with her players. Appears like maybe there's a spot that needs to be cleaned up. Not sure if it's a blood spot or what we have going on. Yeah, looks like maybe we've got a blood spot going on, so we'll take a chance here to clean things up and then check over the volleyballs, make sure those are all clean. So we'll have a brief intermission here as we get ready for set point. Like I mentioned, Raiders will play Saturday against Mott for the conference championship, and then the districts, should they win that, would be November 4th. That one would be in Port Huron, and then all gearing up here for the national tournament. All signs pointing to Raiders having a great showing, as they are currently ranked 6th and played some of the best teams in the country and have held their own. Now Torres back to serve. See if we can get the set point and put set one in our pockets here. And that one's not going to go over, so the first set will go to the Raiders, handily a score of 25-11. We'll step aside here as we get ready for set two. This is GRCC Sports Network's presentation of women's volleyball.
Successfully built some of the most well-known structures and facilities across the West Michigan landscape. These projects set the foundation for where we are today. Providing a distinctive construction experience for our clients has been Earhart's priority since the beginning, and it continues to be their primary focus today. We can't wait to make your next commercial or residential project a reality. Contact us today by visiting earhartcc.com. Again, that's earhartcc.com.
The Grand Rapids Sports Hall of Fame honors prominent West Michigan athletes. As part of their mission, the Hall of Fame presents annual events in support of West Michigan athletics and raises funds to support local youth organizations and charities. Events scheduled in 2021 include the Class of 2021 induction ceremony on Tuesday, September 28th, and the Grand Rapids Sports Hall of Fame College Basketball Classic on Thanksgiving weekend. Go to grshhof.com for all the information.
Choosing the right orthodontist can mean the difference between an average patient experience and one that is truly exceptional. Hines Orthodontics serves the West Michigan area with locations in Rockford and Kentwood. As a patient of Dr. Hines, you can be confident that you have chosen an orthodontist with the skill, expertise, and commitment to make your smile his top priority. Dr. Hines and his team are dedicated to providing the most efficient and effective treatment using the finest technologies available in orthodontics. Check them out online at hinesorthodontics.com or on Facebook and Instagram.
As families and communities across Michigan gear up for an historic back-to-school season, Dean Transportation is looking for compassionate people to join their dedicated team of school bus drivers. They offer competitive wages and paid training, quality benefits, flexible schedules, and most of all, endless opportunities to make a difference. Apply today at deanjobs.com to join this critical effort to help students return to learn this fall. deanjobs.com.
We're back here as we're getting ready for set 2. In case you're just joining us, the Raiders took the set 1, score of 25-11. Pretty much able to run their offense, and Stars had very little answer, especially for Holsinger out of the middle. Back to serve now is number 2, Audrey Gower. Taking a look here at the break, the last time the Raiders were undefeated in conference was 2017. Before that, 2014, and then of course 2012 when they won the national championship. Saybeck with the swing on the right side. Chasing it down is Hecht. Free ball opportunity now. Saybeck on the outside, goes high down the line, able to catch defenders there and get the kill. And now back to serve is Olivia Saybeck, the freshman from Hazlitt. There's a little bit of an unconventional serve here. She takes it sideways and then kind of jumps off one foot. Right side there to Brunel. And Holsinger with the block. Brunel getting her first start of the match. And now back to serve number 14, Zari Kruger. She went on quite the service run to end set 1. Passed up by Castor. Fast set out to Brunel. Picked up by Gower. Go back to Holsinger. Holsinger comes in for that ball and unloads on that one. Holsinger has such a heavy arm swing. It's a great adjustment there by Holsinger. Set didn't quite make it all the way out. She did a good job of waiting to see where it was going to be so she could adjust her footwork. And that one's going to hit the antenna. She's trying to run a shoot set here out to Brunel. Have to wonder if that was one of the reasons for the substitution. Somehow sent over, must have been with one hand. And Holsinger out of the middle. Upra, Henry Chen, exchanging some looks with Chipwell, trying to explain what that third contact was. Picked up there by Kruger. Outside to Torres. Torres through the block and hitting the end line there. Torres has 37 aces so far this season and 227 kills. That ball is going to go just out of bounds to end the service run there for Kruger. Into the match now for the Stars is number 6, Riley Wells, the freshman from Grand Ledge. Into serve. Pass up by Hecht. Going to get it back to Holsinger. Holsinger high off hands and yet another kill for Holsinger. Now Torres will continue to serve. Passed up by Wells. Right side to Rady. A little bit of a shoot set there to Hecht. Kept alive. Kruger with the dig. Try Holsinger. Holsinger, though, is going to hit the antenna. Raiders doing a great job of block coverage. Making sure they're planted underneath their hitter. Seeing the block. It really can be one of those skills that make a huge difference. Often overlooked, but really can make the difference. Extending the rally, finding a way. Great swing there from Hecht. That's another player who's seen multiple positions. It's pretty common at the CC level here. She's been libero, outside, defensive specialist, a little bit of everything. We're going to have Baker now sub in.
Charlie Baker checks in. She will serve.
Passed up by Hekla. Going to get it back to Hekla, who goes cross court. Smart play there by Nowak. That's what I love about Nowak. You can tell she's just a gamer. She finds a way to get points. Not always the most conventional, but she saw the open court there. Going to flip it behind her and get the point. Tipping there was Castor. And we're going to have another net violation called on the Raiders. And now back to serve number 1, Caitlin Whiteman, the sophomore from Holt, Michigan. Get it back to Thielen. And the block is there. That was led by Sabek. Castor got there to close. And the Stars trying to catch up to the Raiders here as they're now only down 3. It's not going to go, so yet another point for the Stars. And now a free opportunity for the Stars. And Hikala will get the kill on the right side. And Whiteman will continue to serve one away from tying here. Picked up by Torres. Torres going to send that deep. And antenna there, so point for the Raiders. And now Ferry in. And back to serve is Nowak. We hope you're able to join us on Saturday for the conference championship between the best of the East and the best of the West as the Raiders get to host, earning the best of the West honors. And kill in the middle by number 4, Castor. And now into the match, number 12, Burt. And Castor back to serve. Passed up by Gower, going to go to Ferry. Ferry up over the block. Good pickup by Nowak. Outside to Hecht, and Hecht is going to get that to land right in middle back. Can definitely tell for Nowak she has the libero defensive specialist type instincts. And now back to serve number 8, Morgan Fugate, the freshman from Wayland. Passed up by Whiteman. Hikala, that's going to go out of bounds. That will give Fugate another chance. And now gives the ace there to Fugate. Coming in strong off the bench there for the Raiders. Outside there to Sabek. Picked up by Gower. Going to get it back to Ferry. Ferry goes middle back. Good hustle there by Rady. And give the kill there to Sabek. Raiders are coming off a 5-set win on Tuesday. Raiders have had quite a few 5-setters this season, especially as of late. Yes, on Tuesday here I pulled up. They played Kalamazoo Valley at Kalamazoo Valley, and they ended up winning in 5. Fifth game was 15-11. Team went out of the middle, beating the block and walking away with the kill. And now back to serve number 2, Audrey Gower, the barrow for the evening. Great hustle by the Stars, but that's not going to amount to a point. Another good serve from Gower. And get it outside to Torres, who rolls it over. Say that goes cross court. Gower's there. Torres is going to take a swing and another kill. Raiders having a lot of success hitting into the middle back of the Stars. The match on Tuesday, Amy Holsinger led the team with 13 kills. Big swing out of the back row by Castor. And then Holsinger's ball is going to go out of bounds. Now back to serve number 9, Sabeck. That ball is not going to go. Now Kruger will come in for the Raiders to serve. At the end of this set, the Raiders will be doing a $1 dash to raise money for the Gilders Club of Grand Rapids. So hopefully this camera view you might be able to tell. If you're wondering what is going on, they will be dashing for cash. Torres on the outside. And Torres with the kill. And that will keep Kruger at the service line. And that goes just out of bounds. One of those balls where if you blink at the right time, you're not so sure. And we're going to have actually the up ref overrule that ball was in fact in. So we're going to need to clarify that with the scoreboard here second. And that one's not going to go, so another point for the Raiders. Another big milestone for the Raiders as they won on Tuesday, brought their streak to 16 games in a row, winning. All of their preseason was spent playing top teams in the nation. If you take a look at their schedule, they traveled and played the best of the best. Preseason is full of playing Division II, as well as talented NAIA teams, and then you go in their first weekend out, they play the number 3, the number 8, and the number 1 teams in the nation, losing to all of them but in 4 in what were pretty competitive sets. They played the number 12, the number 2 teams. So, should be interesting here as the Raiders are now looking to the postseason. Hard to believe this is the last conference regular season match. What was finally a little bit more of a typical year. And the Stars did call that timeout. Now back to serve is Kruger. Passed up by Bunnell. Fugate with the dig. Side to Torres. Torres high off hands. Dug up by Castor. Castor out of the back row. And Nowak trying to send it over, but it's not going to go. So side out for the Stars. They're out of the timeout. And now into the match, number 6, Riley Wells, the freshman from Charlotte, will serve. Passed up by Fugate. Torres with the cut, cross-court. Great dig by Bunnell. Nowak now going to set up the setter. She is blocked. Going to try Holsinger now. Tipping over, smart shot there from Holsinger. Everyone on their heels expecting Holsinger to unload. Instead, she drops it short. And now back to serve is Torres. That one's not going to go. So point for the Stars. In for them is Hickola. And back to serve number 3, Reedy, the freshman from Saginaw. Passed up by Fugate. And kill on the right side there for Holsinger. Put the Raiders one step closer. We are going to have number 10, Kylie Oberlin. And now Baker will go back to serve. And back-to-back service error for the Raiders. Now back to serve for the Stars. Number 1, Caitlin Whiteman. She leads her team with service aces at 59. Showing why that is there as Torres struggles with that one. Torres going to send it over. Good cut by Miller. Sorry, that was Savek. And Hickola there with the tip kill. That will keep Whiteman at the service line. Passed up by Fugate. Going to get it back out to Fugate. Nice shot there. That was number 4, Castor. Blocks the ball, goes back up, and able to hit the live ball. Now Hecht will come back in. Passed up by Gower. Block, and this one's going to go down. Raiders were there, just no one going for it. Picked up by Fugate. Torres out of the back row. That one's going to go deep. Raiders here coming off the rails a bit. Looks like Coach Will contemplating the timeout, and he is going to take it in to talk things over here as he has the narrow lead, 21-18 here in set 2. They do lead the match 1-0. We'll step aside. This is GRCC Sports Network's presentation of women's volleyball. We're back here out of the timeout. Raiders struggling here a little bit. Stars making good use of that. All from the serving here of Whiteman. has really kept the Raiders out of their normal patterns. Picked up by Torres. Going to go to Oberlin behind. Ooh, huge net violation. Yep, called on the Stars. So good side out for the Raiders. They're out of the timeout. Ferry now into the front row and back to serve is Nowak. Orla Nowak is a freshman from Granville, Michigan. Dug up by Nowak. Gower will step in, get it to Ferry. Ferry with the roll. Looks like it caught the blocking jump in not an ideal position. So point for the Raiders. Now as they are nearing end of set 2 here. That one will go just out of bounds. And now back to serve is Castor. Go outside to Oberlin, who tips it. And we're also going to have a net violation. So we are now looking at set point for the Raiders here. Conclusion of this set, we will have the dollar dash for everyone in the crowd. Piccola on the right side and blocked there by Oberlin. So set 2 will go to the Raiders, a score of 25-19. They are up in the match 2-0. And now we will step aside as we tune in for the dollar dash here for Gilda's Club of Grand Rapids. We are back here as we get ready for set 3. Raiders up in the match, 2-0. Here in the driver's seat, able to take a chance to collect some money for the Gildas Club of Grand Rapids as it's Cancer Awareness Night. Both teams sporting their pink. Raiders now 1 set away from the sweep. Last time these two teams met, which was September 28th, the Raiders did sweep the Stars in 3. And now back to serve is number 5. That is Anna Porritt, the freshman from Hazlitt. Going to try Ferry here on the right side. Dug up by Castor. Free throw opportunity now for the Raiders. Gower all over it. Holsinger blocked. Air gives the block to Burt. And now back to serve is Porritt. Passed up by Hecht. Torres powering that one through the block. And we have a double called on that set. Now in for the Raiders is number 14, Zari Kruger. Passed up by Whiteman. Free ball opportunity for the Raiders. Going to get the setter out. Torres, she swings around the block. And Torres with the kill. Not usually what you want to happen. You usually do not want your setter taking a free ball. You got a free ball, you want to be able to run your offense fast as possible. So usually the setter will cut to the net. We were able to do that, but still making it work. And then the ace there for Kruger. Passed up by Rady. And a big block by Holsinger. Kruger on a service run. I don't want to jinx her here, but she has been a very consistent server for the Raiders. Rady outside, and she's going to power that one through the block to get the side out for the Stars. And now back to serve number 9, Olivia Sabek. Passed up by Torres. Back to Holsinger. That one's not going to go, so another point for the Stars. All my Raider fans, Saturday they do host the conference tournament at 1 o'clock. I know there might be some other, football game going on, possibly the Michigan State game. You do not want to miss the conference, as the Raiders get a chance to host the conference championship between the best of the East, which was Mott, and the best of the West, the Raiders. That has already been decided. The Raiders are the Western Conference champions. And an ace there for Torres. Now just looking for that perfect 14-0. Passed up by Castor. And tooling the block there is Reedy. And now into serve number 6, Riley Wells, the freshman from Grand Ledge. Get it outside. Tipping there is Hecht. And that ball is going to go out of bounds. Thielen now into the front row for the Raiders, and back to serve number 2, Audrey Gower, the freshman from Dimondale. Big swing in the middle there by number 4, Castor. Piccola into the front row, and back to serve number 3, Reedy, freshman from Saginaw. In the middle to Hecht, and pass will be blocked by Castor. Solo block. Lee will continue to serve. Stars here keeping it close. Nowak's going to send that over. And somehow kept alive by Gower. Check out that dig. Gower sticking it there. Castor has to feel like she was robbed a little bit. That was quite the hit to the 10-foot line. Gower, though, lays her platform out. And back to serve now is Nowak. Passed up by Gower. Ferry on the right side. Free ball opportunity now for the Raiders. Nowak's going to go to Thielen. Thielen's going to be blocked. Man, Castor all over it. See why she leads her team in blocks. Now back to serve is Whiteman. And the ace now for Whiteman. We'll tie things up at 8 here in set 3. Passed up by Gower, and another ace there for Whiteman. Whiteman having some success here, going deep. Kept alive. Gower's going to help it out here. Thielen will send it over. Stay back on the outside. That one's going to go long, so side out finally for the Raiders. We're all tied up at 9. Now back to serve is number 4. That is Kara Hecht, the freshman from Zeeland, Michigan. She attended Zeeland West High School. Deep serve, and the ace. And Coach Will giving the motion. Pick up the tempo here. He's known for trying to control the tempo. Quick serving, keeping the momentum on his side. Picked up by Nowak. Hecht out of the back row. Swinging out of the middle is Castor. Free ball opportunity now for the Stars. And blocked, but it went out of... Oh, they're going to say it was touched by the Raiders. Chip Will confused about who may have touched that. That'll happen pretty quick up in the net, but right in front of the upref, so he does have the best angle there. It looks like Coach Will looking for some clarification. From my angle, which I admit is not the best, appeared like it did not hit the Raiders, but there Dave Rouse coming in to intercede for Chip. Castor with the serve. Outside to Torres. Torres through the block. And we're going to have a net violation called on the Stars. The point will stay with the Raiders. Holsinger now into the front row. And now Baker back to serve for the Raiders. Pass up by Whiteman. And the off speed will go down for Sabeck. Anna Porritt in for the Stars. She will serve. And we're going to have a timeout here called by the Stars. Looks like maybe the Stars might have a injured player. A little bit rare to call a timeout when you're serving, but we'll step aside as well. This is GRCC Sports Network's presentation of women's volleyball. When you're back here out of the timeout, Stars called a timeout while they were serving. Possibly to check on one of their players. Things seem to be all right, so back to serve is Porritt. Torres with the pass. Going to get it back out to Torres, who goes cross court, and that's going to tag the sideline. Impressive shot there. She was way outside the antenna. It's the only shot she had, and she was able to hit it. Now back to serve is Kruger. Good deep serve from Kruger. Free ball opportunity now for the Raiders. Going to go to Torres, who's going to slam that one in the middle. See her coming out of the middle. Free ball opportunity now for the Raiders. Picked up by Holsinger. Going to go back to Holsinger. Holsinger with another kill. And Kruger will continue to serve. Pass up by Whiteman. Nice dig by Hags, but unable to get there. Now back to serve is number 9, that is Sabick.
Sabick to serve.
Passed up by Torres, going to get it back out to Torres. She was down the line. That one's going to go just out of bounds. Another point here for the Raiders. Raiders here looking to get the sweep. A win in this set would do it. Torres with the serve. Big block by Nowak. And then Holsinger, brick wall over there. Picked up by Kruger, and try Holsinger on the quick one, and that's going to go out of bounds. Was it touched? It was not touched. Point for the Stars, and in for them is number 6, Riley Wells. She will step back to serve. Passed up by Gower. Get it back to Holsinger, who goes cross court and tags the sideline. Now Thielen back into the front row for the Raiders. And back to serve is Gower. Big block by Thielen. Gower with the dig. Kruger with the swing out of the back row. Wells sends that over. Gower with the dig. Thielen out of the middle. And the kill there for Thielen in the middle. That was a great swing from her. Good set there by Nowak to get her outside of the block. And we're going to have a timeout here called by Quintero. Her team down 13-17 here in set 3. We'll step aside as well. This is GRCC Sports Network's presentation of women's volleyball. We are back here in set 3. Raiders up 17-13, looking to close out this match with a sweep. Gower back to serve. Whiteman with the pass. Castor tipping. Good read there by Hecht. Tipped over by Thielen. Try Miller on the outside. Nowak calls her own number and gets the kill. And Gower now back to serve. Try right side to Reedy. Kept alive by Gower, but not enough there. Gives the kill to Reedy.
Reedy, kill point, Stars.
Now Hickola in for the Stars, and back to serve is Reedy. Chasing it down is Nowak. Free ball opportunity for the Stars. Ball is tight. Tipped over. Gower's there. Gower's all over the place tonight. Nowak sends that over. Gonna try Hickola. She'll tip over. Thielen. Try Thielen again. Hickola with the tip. Picked up. Now outside to Hecht. Hecht will tool the block and get the kill. And Ferry now back in for the Raiders. And now back to serve is Ola Nowak. Right side to Miller. And that's going to go out of bounds, so point for the Raiders. They now enter point number 20, 5 away from the sweep. And try Miller on the right side. Kept alive by Ferry. Out of the back row is Torres. That one's going to go just out of bounds. Now back to serve is Whiteman. Raiders have to be careful here. Last time Whiteman was back at the service line. She went on quite the run. Gower with the pass. It's perfect. Hecht. That one's going to go wide. So point for the Stars. And that was going to land in. Looks like it was soaring out of bounds. The last second takes a dive. Heather Whiteman doing her job here at the service line. Pass by Torres. Side to Thielen. She is blocked, and that one's going to go down. That was a combination of Hickola and Castor. Stars now within 2 here. That is starting to feel very different. We're going to have a timeout here called by the Raiders as they only lead 20-18. We'll step aside. This is GRCC Sports Network's presentation of women's volleyball. They're back here out of timeout with the serving from Whiteman. She's been a force from the end line, causing a lot of havoc on the Raiders side. Another great serve. Try Ferry. That's going to go out of bounds. So we are now with the Stars within 1. See here if the Raiders can get past the serving of Whiteman. Good pass by Hecht. And then tooling the block there was Thielen. Now back to serve is number 4, Kara Hecht. And Hecht will get the ace. Hope you'll come join us on Saturday for the conference finals, as the Raiders will host Mott Community College at 1 p.m. If you can't join us, I will be here, so you can tune in online. Picked up by Hecht. Thielen with the tip. Kept alive by Nowak. And then that one's going to go out of bounds. In for the Stars is number 12. That is Burt. And back to serve is Castor. Picked up by Gower. Get it back to Ferry. Ferry sneaking that through. Kept alive, though, by Whiteman. Gower with the pass. In the middle to Torres. Dug up by Castor. Good swing by Savek. Kept alive by Gower. Torres now cross court. Thielen puts that one away on the overpass. Thielen really coming into her own here. She did not start the season. She was able to work her way into the lineup. And now back to serve is Charlie Baker. Raiders 2 away from the sweep. Great up. Tough. Nowak runs that one down. Great hustle there by the Raiders. And the Raiders will get the point. Somehow keeping that alive. We are now looking at set and match point for the Raiders for the perfect conference season here. Baker hoping to do the honors. And she will give the ace to Baker. Raiders will win in a sweep, will remain perfect in conference, regular conference season. Now next up is a conference championship. We hope to see you on Saturday. This is Kaylee Schultz signing off with a Raider victory.